Yeah, it looks so yellow in here. I don't really know how to fix it, and I look crazy, but that's okay because we're doing an get unready with me video. I saw a girl Tasha do this, and I think it's so cute. I don't have any products to highlight, but let's get unready, okay? I haven't posted a video in 2 days. I feel bad because I went out today, but let's get into it. I'm about to call y'all back. I'll be back in a minute.
Feeling, but why the fuck they all mad at me when I was steady chilling? I don't wanna make it beats. I'm not free for engineering. I'm not playing second fiddle. Take a second, let me kill it. No nominations. I'm the abomination. I was tired of waiting. I couldn't.
So I left this little on my eye, but we're about to get it off. What's going on? Happy Thursday, bitch. I hope you are having a good day. I am tired and hot. I forgot I had these underneath my cabinet. I bought these a minute ago from Amazon. They pretty childish, but whatever. They like bunny ears. We're gonna use them. What the hell? I don't like this. Hold on. I'm gonna wrap it like this. Okay. Pretty childish, but whatever. We're gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna take my earrings off. So first off, girl. So today, I was supposed to vlog today because I did some car shopping. But girl, I had to lift to go to Q's car. Was to get Q's car while she was at work. I ended up lifting to the wrong place, which was overwhelming and a bit much. And then I don't know, I did not lift it to where her job actually is. And I was cool, but I was feeling nauseous the whole time. Like I was nauseous in the back of the first Uber, the first lift, nauseous in the second lift, nauseous in the third lift on the way home. I was just nauseous feeling. Even when I got in Q's car, I felt nauseous. I just felt sick. Okay, hold on, let me get my towel. And I'm just like, I can't keep leaving them hanging for Vlogmas because, baby, I haven't been on here in like 3 days. So when you see this on the vlog, don't be like, well, you will hear this again on the actual vlog, but my car is officially like dead. Hold on. Car is like officially like dead. And I'm washing my hands before I wash my face, but my car is like officially dead, girl. Like something's wrong with it. We'll talk more about it on the vlog. Well, the engine is basically gone, basically. And my mechanic is like, if you coming to get it, you need to be towing it to the repair shop so that it can you need to be towing it to the repair shop so that it can be basically traded in. So the first day I was like, oh, okay, you know, kind of like trying to stay in high spirits, but it's overwhelming because I was planning out what I really wanted to do. I removed my makeup with an oil cleanser. I just love oil cleansing my skin. My skin loves it, so that's what I remove my makeup with. But so my mechanic called me and told me that, because everybody I was telling was like, you seem like you have such good spirits, like you okay. So I'm like, yeah, I'm good, whatever. But I honestly feel like, girl, I was not okay. So I had to take a day where I was just like, okay, kind of in shock, like damn, what am I about to do? Because I had told myself, this is the last repair I'm gonna do. By February, I want to get my new car. I want to I want to aggressively pay down my credit cards and get my new car. So I told myself this. I told myself, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. And child, it's not working out like that. Okay, so, and I don't like feeling like I don't have a plan or things are just not working out. So the next day I was like, okay, Alexis, you have to, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna lease a car? Are you gonna buy a car? What are your next steps? I'm a big, what's the next steps person? Like, what is the end resolve? What are you gonna do? It's okay to be sad or feel down, feel like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? But you gotta get to it. So I started researching, like looking up YouTube videos about leases, financing, doing all of that, you know. So I started looking up everything that I need to look up or that I felt like I needed to know about. Should I lease? Should I finance? Now, so today, turn around to today, and so I went to go get Q's car because I was like, okay, I'm going to go look at some cars today. Now, mind you, the car that I want is between two cars that I wanted. One is a luxury vehicle, the other is not, okay? So I was like, okay, let me see if I can do the luxury vehicle or get the luxury vehicle. So I ended up going to the lot. And when I went to the lot, I saw the car that I wanted there. It was nice, it was beautiful. But in my logic, I'm just like, Alexis, because if I get a luxury vehicle, I want to be able to lease my luxury car. I don't want to buy it. I don't have an interest in that. And because I want to be able to switch my car out every like 2 or 3 years. Hold on. So I want to be able to, if I get a luxury vehicle, I want to be able to lease it, just because I know I just want to lease it so I can be able to switch my car out every 2 years, okay? So I was like, okay, I'll be able to lease it or see if I can lease. The only thing is, when your credit is not up to par, baby, I can't lease when my credit is not up to par, because you don't really have no room for negotiation. You don't really have any room to be like, I want this, I want that, and your credit is not up to par. Now, my credit is not horrible. It's not like, oh, it's so bad, it's the worst it's ever been. But my credit is really not up to par because my credit cards are ran up at this time, okay? That's just what it is. That's just where we at with it. So I'm like, okay. So the second option, my second option for my car, which is more logical to me and makes more sense, is this other car that I want. So I'm like, when I went to the luxury dealership, the guy was like, I met a guy, he worked for he actually used to work for the company where I want my other car from. And he was like, I know somebody over there, so I said, you can go right over there and ask for this guy. And this guy seems like he is a finance manager, because he wasn't like outside in them little cubicles. He had like his own little office, but I don't know, he may have just been a salesman. I don't know, but he was a cool man, okay? And he was kind of like, okay, you need to apply for your loan, and then we'll know what we need to do to work from there. So he seemed cool, whatever. I may also look at some other dealerships just because they didn't have a car I wanted there. It's a chip shortage, which is even more stressful. And cars are just like literally flying away, like flying, because everybody want to get a car, but it's not enough car for the amount of demand. If that makes sense, that's what the time that we're living in right now. It could be the worst time to buy a fucking car, for real. So I'm like, with everything that I want, because I told him I have to have heated seats in my car, and I have to have a sunroof. I've always had that, and that's something that's very important to me. And the only thing they had those in was like, it was like 2 cars coming, and he don't even know when they're coming. So but okay, so I said all that to say, I'm telling y'all the story, the backstory of what was going on, why I wasn't putting on video for Vlogmas. But girl, I got so fucking overwhelmed today. Like, I've never been so scared or like so anxious to the point where I feel like I was sick. And I've heard a lot of times where people will be like, you know, things manifest within your body. Like, if you feeling down, or if your mental is fucked up, it messes with your body. Or if you have unhealed trauma, it messes with your body. And I had like a first-hand experience with that today, because girl, when I was in the Uber, well, in the lift to go to Q, I put the wrong address in. So I was at the wrong place. Then I had to call another lift. Luckily, the lift was only like 1 minute away, another one. And he came and got me and took me to the right place. So I spent extra money that I didn't have to spend. When I tell you I was nauseous in the car, in the lift, I got in Q's car and I was still nauseous, and I'm like, what is wrong with me? Because I am about to come on my period, but I'm just like, why am I so nauseous? But I think because I looked it up and I was so scared. I had so much anxiety that it literally was like manifesting within my body. Baby, I felt like I was about to throw up. Like, I couldn't explain, like all day. So I went to the dealership, I talked to the guy, and then when I got done, I couldn't even complete all the tasks I wanted to do, because I wanted to go take pictures of my old car so I could put it on Craigslist to try to sell it for parts. I was going to go to Kroger and get and get some water, because I don't have any fucking water in my house. I only have like, this is my last like aquapana. I'm just over it. And I was gonna go to Kroger, get some water, bring it to my house. It was so much I wanted to do, but girl, I just couldn't. It felt like I was so crippled. And it was so frustrating. So, although I am having this moment in my life where I'm like, oh my God, this is happening. It's so overwhelming. It's so much for me. And I wasn't gonna put no video up, but I'm like, Alexis, you still gotta put a video up. Because I'm supposed to be doing Vlogmas and I don't have no footage. Because I didn't do nothing for 2 days. I literally don't have a car, and then today I was literally like having panic attacks. Like, not panic attacks, but I was just overwhelmed. Like, I was gonna put the emotion as overwhelmed. Very overwhelmed. I'm gonna wash my face one more time. But very overwhelmed. So I said all that to say, I was thinking like, okay, Alexis, so, because honestly, and I'm not beating myself up about it, because you just don't know when things are gonna happen and when they're not gonna happen. You just don't know. Like, things just happen and you have to adjust and get through them the best way you know how. It's no way really around it. But I really was feeling like, Alexis, you should have paid your fucking credit cards down. And I think sometimes when things happen to us that is unexpected, because like I told y'all, I was like, okay, this is my last repair. I got it planned. Every time I seem to have a plan, I never really want to, I never like having a plan. I like having a plan to an extent, but monkey wrenches will get thrown in your plans, and at the end of the day, you have to work through them. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's not looking like how you want it to look. So I had my plan. I said, when this car get fixed, I'm going hard. I'm going to save my money, and I'm going to buy my car in February. Okay. I already had in my mind what I wanted to do. Baby, it's just not working out like that. And it's fucking frustrating. It really is. Because now I have to kind of shape and form, and may not be able to get what I want. Probably, I don't know. I probably will be able to get what I want as far as car wise. Luckily, I have a car in mind that I want. I hope that the car is available. That's what I'm hoping. But I really was like, damn, Alexis, you should have just been paying your credit cards down. But I was trying to pay other stuff and getting myself together and focusing on other things. I probably shouldn't have ate out as much as I did. But, you know, I think when things go wrong, we try to be like, oh my God, I could have did this, or I should have did this, and that ship has sailed. I should have did this when I got that money. I should have did this. I should have did that. But the ship has sailed, boo. And it didn't work out the way you thought it was gonna work out. It didn't. So what are you gonna do now? That's how I feel. So, you know, I always try to use my life experiences to share things with y'all, to tell y'all like, shit not always peachy keen. And I always tell y'all this, shit not always peachy keen. And I feel like the old me would have been like, I'm just about to get in my bed, because I was crying. I would just say it, and I'm like, I'm not gonna put no vlog up. I'm not gonna do nothing. But I'm doing Vlogmas, so I had to put a vlog up. I haven't put a vlog up. I had to put a video up in 2 days. Then I was overwhelmed because I feel like my numbers weren't doing good on YouTube. Girl, it was just a lot that I was just feeling in over these last 2 days. So I've been trying to keep my mind in a good space. So I think, so I'm all about, well, I learned from one of my exes that you have to be about solutions. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be down, but what is the solution? What are you going to do to fix this? What is basically the resolve? Because at the end of the day, you have to fix it, or you have to come to some type of resolve as to what you're going to do. And then I started to feel, so I'm like, okay, so what am I going to do? So I decided on the car that I want. I know what car I want. I know what I want to do as far as the car goes. And I'm like, okay, at least you know what car you want to like. The car, I'm going to manifest for the car that I want to be available once I get my loan and figure out everything. Okay. I decided that within, and like I said, you probably will hear this again in the vlog. So if you do, you will just hear it again in the vlog. But I also decided that, okay, I'm going to get this car. I'm still going to work on my credit. I'm going to get in the car that I can get in. I'm going to work on my credit. And then I'm going to basically buy the car I want eventually as time progresses. These years go by fast. I can always get the car. I can always go into luxury eventually. It's not dire need. Like, it's not really dire need. I had to really assess what was the most important to me and why I want to do the things I want to do, and things just have to make sense and be logical, you know. So I said all that to say, I think when things go wrong and we're like, this is going fucking wrong. It wasn't supposed to go like this, or I wanted it to go like this, or why is this happening to me? You have to get through it the best way that you know how. And don't beat yourself up because you didn't take some steps, like because you was like, oh, I ate out a few more times than I should have, or I should have been aggressively paying them down because I knew my car. It's easy to get in the mode where you want to beat yourself up or be like, damn, I should have been doing this, I should have been doing that. But at the end of the day, sweetie, it don't matter. Because you'll work yourself through it. Like, just like you got through other issues, you got through other problems, you got through things, even when you felt like you couldn't, you'll get through whatever you're going through now. So, I had to really like be like, Alexis, okay, this is happening, but you have to stay positive. You're going to be able to get what you want. I remember when I got my last car, I don't even know what my credit score was, to be honest. I can't even remember. I think it was low. I didn't even think about even doing all that, and I still got a car. You know what I'm saying? So, I know I could get a car. It's just like I worked myself up so bad. Like, what if this don't work out? What if I don't be able to get it? What if I don't? I worked myself up so bad. I overthought it so bad that I literally was sick in my body. So, I said all that to say, if you going through something or feel like, bitch, I don't know how the hell I'm gonna make it through this, whether that's your money, whether that's your, whatever it may be for you, just know your ass is not the fuck alone. Cause baby, I'm going through it too. But at the end of the day, we gotta make the best of it. And these are all learning experiences. So I always tell y'all, you know, although we go through stuff and we're like, we're going through this, we're going through that, although we go through stuff, it's still teaching us. Because you know now, Alexis, your credit should always be up to par. You should never be like, oh, I gotta pay my credit cards down to do stuff. I just want to have my credit impeccable. I had such great credit. And when I just talked to y'all about this, probably like when I paid my car down, my credit was so good. But then after I paid my car down, my shit went down like 50-something points. And then I ran my credit cards up shortly after. Like when I moved, I ran my credit cards up, and I just wasn't aggressively like paying them down to 30%. I was just kind of letting them sit, paying the minimum. And you don't realize that you pay so much more when you pay the minimum because you got to pay interest. So on top of that large ass card you got to pay interest on top of that. And you know, it gets irritating. I mean, and then you like, damn, I'm paying more money, because it costs more to be fucking poor. It costs more to not manage your money well. You're paying late fees because you're not, and I don't even know why I'm saying this, but I've been in predicaments where I forget to pay a bill, or I don't want to pay it, so I don't pay it. I used to be like that. And then you paying $50 for a late fee, $10 for a late fee. That costs more money than paying your bills on time. You know how that shit adds up. It's just like the same thing with a credit card. You paying the minimum. And I think a lot of us didn't know. I followed this lady from back home, and she was like, you need to pay more because you have your interest. And I never thought about that. But she said that probably like 2-3 years ago. And I was like, oh damn, because I never really thought about interest. But you have your interest that you paying, and it's kind of like, you got a $2,000 credit card, they keep adding $50 on, $23 on for interest. How much money have you spent with this card ran up? It's just too much. It costs a lot to have bad money habits and to be bad with your money. It costs you when you get a car, it costs you just in general. So I would never be in this predicament again where I feel like, girl, I need to pay my credit card. And like I said, my credit is not horrible, but it could be a lot better if my credit card is paid down to 30%. And that's just that on that. Okay, what else we need? I need my moisturizer. And I don't even know where it's at. Hold on, let me get my moisturizer. I think it's in my I know I'm gonna use this peptide restorative moisturizer. So what was I saying? So you know, all experiences teach us to hone in on what we need to work on. And I'm like, okay, Alexis, you will never be in this predicament again. And like I said, if you didn't know this, you don't have a lot of leeway to say what you want and what you don't want when you got your credit not up to par. Especially if your credit score probably lower than mine. So, and mine ain't even horrible. But you don't have a lot of leeway to go in the dealership and be like, well, I'm gonna negotiate this price on down, or I'm gonna be confident because I know it's gonna go through. If you in there like shaking in your boots, it's just not gonna work out, baby. I mean, you may be able to get in something, but proper planning is important. And although God will put you through loops to help you to learn what you need to learn, like, okay, well, you wanted it to go this way, but this is how it's gonna go, boo. Because God has done that to me time and time again. This is how it's going to go. And you don't got no leeway on it, so you need to work through it the best way you know how. Sometimes that's just the case. I normally put my eye cream on first, but I guess I'll put it on second before I put on my moisturizer. But yeah, so I just wanted to come and say, what's up? Your girl is alive. And don't beat yourself up if shit ain't going how you want it to go. It ain't going right. Get through it the best way you know how and learn from those experiences. That's basically what this is about. Get through it the best way you know how and learn. Learn from whatever is happening. Learn that, okay, it's not working out the way I want it to work out, but it's gonna get better and everything's gonna work out for my good. You have to just still be positive and just get through it. I feel like I look crazy. I had to clear my memory card. But then when you go through this again, or you're like, okay, I'm ready to get a new car, or I'm ready to do this now, you already know the steps. You already know the steps that you need to take. I think life is more so about appreciating the lessons, because there will be lessons. There will simply be lessons, and we have to embrace those lessons. I used to have a hard time with being like, why I had to meet this person and they was just gonna hurt me, or why I had to meet this person if it just wasn't gonna work out, why I had to meet this person and my heart was gonna be on the line, and why I had to go through this, and why the job didn't work out, and why I didn't get what I wanted to get, and why my hands got microfoliant on there, so excuse that they so white. But why didn't it work out? Why aren't things working out for me? Why I was such a victim to life itself. But when you realize that I chose this life, I chose to be here, I chose to be on earth, and I'm here. And I have to learn from my experiences. I have to go through things and I have to learn, I have to be better. And when you look at it like that and just embrace it and just flow like water, it makes life so much easier. So, for some reason I feel like I want to cry. Y'all know I'm about to cry about everything. But I just really wanted to come because I know I ain't put no video up. I'm just not, I was just so overwhelmed. But this has really helped me to be like, okay, talk it through. I know what I'm gonna do. I know what my next steps are. I know how I feel and I can't be upset. I mean, I can have my emotions, I can have my feelings, but I'm working through my emotions, I'm working through my feelings, and I'm moving forward with what I'm gonna do next. So, I'm gonna vlog, which I'm gonna try to vlog tomorrow. If I do something, I'm probably gonna get my car towed to me so I can take some pictures of it and put it on Craigslist and sell it, because I need to sell my car. Because if you want a Beetle, you need some parts, if you know somebody that need parts, DM me. But all right, I love y'all so much, and thank y'all for subscribing to me, watching me, talking to me. I appreciate y'all so much. If you have any car buying tips, car tips, drop them down below. I will be reading, I will be looking for them. If you have anything, like, because I know I'm not gonna lease, because I just want my credit to be up like 700 when I'm trying to lease. But I am going to buy a car. So if you have any tips, tricks, thoughts on being confident when going to the dealership, let me know down below, or leave me a positive word down below. And I will talk to y'all later. I love y'all. Subscribe. Share this video with somebody today, or share a vlog with somebody today. Tell them to subscribe to my channel. And I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye. I'm gonna call y'all back, and when I call y'all back, pick up the phone. Okay? Period. Bye. I got some on my damn cheek. Okay. All right. I'm gone. Bye.